What's going on? What's up? What is happening? Friends and family and friends, welcome. Welcome to this week's episode of Grover Takeover. I am MT Grover. You know I am the Grover in the Grover Takeover. Before I get started, please remember that I need for you to like, for you to comment, for you to share, for you to reach down if you are watching this on YouTube and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post one of my shows. It's gonna be a little more frequent for you pretty soon. Just hang in there. Now, of course, I got to jump right in. I have a lot to talk about as usual. Let's take over. I am going to start off on the somber note. I have to talk about the fact that ATL rapper Trouble, whose real name is Marion Samonte, was murdered. He was murdered in Conyers, Georgia, which is Rockdale County. The shooter has been identified as Jamichael Jones. Let me tell the real backstory of how this works out. Trouble was visiting with a lady friend. They still have not released this girl's name, and she even spoke out on Instagram, and we still don't know her real name. But either way, he was visiting with her. This was a domestic situation. The young lady had just broken up with Jones. Remember, Jamichael Jones, the shooter, that he was her live-in boyfriend, living there in the house with her. She broke up with him because he would refuse to work. She said he was not paying bills. She basically put him out. He still had a key. You've got this other man over here at this man's house. According to paperwork, Jones reportedly woke the woman up by punching her in the face. A struggle then ensued between Jones and the Def Jam recording artist, Trouble. During the altercation, Jones allegedly pulled out a gun, shot Trouble once in the chest, and fled the scene. Now, deputies discovered him laying on the floor when they arrived at the apartment and rushed him to a local hospital where he died. This young lady that is involved in this situation, a lot of people have jumped all over her. At first they were trying to say she set him up. Then they moved on from that to try to say that she moved and she was very sloppy, saying that she had no business having another man at this house when you know that you still basically shared this apartment with this man. If people paid attention and knew how things work, just because you told him to get out, he still lives there. He's still the resident. You have to evict him. You have to give him 30 days to get out. Then unfortunately, he still got a key. He didn't even need the key. He got so mad when he realized you had another man in his bed that he just busted in the house and shot the man in the chest. Like, I'm not saying this is this woman's fault. I'm just saying that the woman could have made different decisions, and then maybe you never know what could have happened. About the skirt. Not going to spend the whole time on the somber note. After 30 years, the TV show sitcom Martin will be having its long-awaited reunion. Now, we all know that Tisha Campbell and Martin Lawrence had a rocky relationship back when the show was on. You know, she filed the sexual harassment charges against him in the height of the 90s sitcom, causing the two to not film together. They were not allowed to be seen together or filmed together on the same stage. So that created this weird scenario where Gina was away at work and Martin to this, that, aka all this led to the show being canceled. You know, people are used to the show being one way, all of a sudden it's different. Just cancel it. And that's exactly what Fox decided to do. They canceled the show. That ended the 6-year run of that sitcom. Now this show has remained a staple in just sitcom community, but especially in the black community. You know, everybody watches Martin, knows about Martin. 30 years after the show, people still watch this. It still comes on all day, every day on multiple networks. The entire cast decided that the only way they would do this reunion is if there was a segment that honored the late Tommy Ford. You know, Tommy Ford played the character of Tommy on the show, the one who they never really knew what his real job was. He had passed away a few years ago. I think it is wonderful that Tisha Campbell and Martin Lawrence are able to work through these differences. You know, he even came back and, was like, whatever he did to her, or to make her feel that way, that's how he was at the time. He is not the same person. I'm glad they could focus on that and move along and have this type of relationship and do this reunion. People have been wanting this for a really, really long time. So this is good. This is good TV. It's going to air on June 16th, if I remember correctly. That's like in a couple days, like in 2 days. Let's skirt right along to the next thing. The Chrisleys are going to jail. Todd and Julie Chrisley about to go to jail. Like, I don't care what nobody says. You know, this trial has been going on for quite some time. We all know that in the past few weeks, with charges related to conspiracy to commit bank fraud, tax evasion, and obstruction of justice. This is played out in a rather dramatic fashion, if I must say so myself. You know, they are accused of defrauding banks of upward of $60 million over the last few years. $60 million. Now, many witnesses took the stand in the case. Todd was, of course, accused of having a gay love affair with a co-conspirator. You know, of course, somebody was going to say that. The daughter's testimony. It riled the jury up so much that they had an outburst in the court. You had to have a whole order. It was like, this is a whole situation they've got going on. Now, of course, the biggest bombshell was the guilty verdicts brought down on the couple. That was back on June 7th. You know, they plan to appeal this situation. Doesn't make any difference whether you appeal it or not. How stupid is this? Now, this is just stupid. Why do people think you can get away with stuff like this in this day and age, in this time? You literally have to be like some huge mega corporation with enough money to cover up your dirt in order to get away with stuff like this. This is dumb. These people have young children. Your youngest son is 16. Then you're raising the granddaughter. What is she, 9 years old? Why are you doing this? First of all, you're just trying to do it to keep up with the Joneses. First, they got money. They got money. How much money do you need? You need enough money for you to steal? Now, Todd Chrisley, you about to go into the prison and be somebody's jail wife, prison wife. You know this lady, Julie Christie, she doesn't have good sense. So she's going to have some deranged and, some crazy Karen style mental breakdown here. It's going to be, and she's going to have it real bad. And we all know this is coming. I don't know why these people did this. I don't know why you have to. This reality show nonsense has really got these people's brains messed up. They're sitting around here doing all this crazy stuff, trying to keep up with each other. You keep watching one right after the other go to jail. You're on TV. Don't you realize you're on TV? People can see you. Y'all think they bring those cameras at your house? Like, do y'all think y'all the only people that watch your show? They can see you. You're up here buying all this extravagant things and all these big houses and cars and stuff. They can see you. I'm about to skirt because that is foolishness. I don't understand. Britney Spears got married. Britney Spears is now, we all know she's free from the conservatorship. She's trying to do it all. She tried to have a baby and had a miscarriage. It's okay. It's okay. She's going to keep trying again. Now she's married. She and Sam Asghari have gotten married. Sam is her longtime boyfriend. He was with her all pretty much through the vast majority of that conservatorship for the last few years anyway. They got married in a small 60-person ceremony. The two made it very public that they did sign a prenup. Britney was like, I'm not playing with y'all. I haven't fought all this time to get my money. I'm certainly not about to give it to him. Either way, Asghari will not receive any of Spears' money acquired before the wedding date if they were to split. Not a single penny or a dime. So her assets are safe. This was very smart. Britney Spears is 40, Sam is 28. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with this situation, but this was very smart on her part because, there's this new wave of these men. These men, and I use that word very lightly because there's this new ways of these males, these human beings with peniles, but either way, that are coming out of nowhere trying to take these women's money. They get in these relationships with these high profile women. And, ever since back in the day when J-Lo married her dancer, Chris Judd, they were married for 8 months. And he got $12 million of her money for being married to her for 8 months. There ain't anything you were doing in those 8 months that was worth $12 million. You just are a blood-sucking leech and a sorry excuse for a man. Because my thing is this, if you break up, leave that woman to go on about her business. You go about your business and be a man and you build your money up or do whatever you need to do. The thing with Sherry Shepherd, Wendy Williams' husband, Mary J. Blige's husband almost made her homeless. Like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Oh, you know what? In fact, when I really think about it, maybe I do know what it is. I tell you what, ladies, you all wanted to sit around here and fight for your equal pay. Well, you got it. You got it. Now you're the breadwinner, and these men out here, here you go. This is where I'm about to go with this. These dudes out here, they want to be kept men. They want to be taken care of. They feel like if they are providing you with the penis, and you seem to be happy because you're doing all that screaming and all that nonsense that you do. Eyes roll all up in your head. Ooh, I'm a squirter. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. So they feel like they're doing their job. You make more money than them. They don't care. They're not trying to match you. They want to be kept. They want you to take them shopping and buy them some hoochie daddy shorts and a couple bags to wrap around their chest and carry as a man purse. Because y'all up here, you wanted it to be equal. Well, now it is. So it's your time to step up. Step up, ladies. It's your time. This is your time to shine. Y'all out. God, this is what you wanted. So here it is. This is what you got. You know, you sat around here and you wanted to be equal. So now we're equal. So come on, give us our prizes, give us our gifts and our bags and our stuff. We want our stuff. We want to be kept. I do hope that you have enjoyed this week's episode of Grover Takeover. Before I go, remember that I need for you to like. Remember that I need for you to share. Remember that I need for you to comment. Remember that if you are watching this on YouTube, for you to subscribe, reach down and click that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I post any type of content. Thank you. Thank you for watching the episode 51. Don't you think for 1 second that I take for granted that I'm not sitting up here talking to myself. I love you. You know I love you. Remember that you need to have a good day, to have a good night, and to have a good life. And to tune in to the next episode of Grover Takeover. I will be right back here to give you another one. Just hold on. That's all you got to do is just hold on and wait on me. It won't take me long. Won't take me long at all. This is all about you. I'll see you next time on the next episode of Grover Takeover.